Hello and welcome to 101 Ideas for Minecraft Learners. My name is Adam Clarke, and in this episode I'm going to be showing you how to install and run a MiNET server. So a MiNET server is basically a Minecraft Pocket Edition server written in C#. One of the reasons why I got so excited about it is because basically it can run anvil maps and convert them on the fly to provide Minecraft Pocket Edition and Windows 10 and Education Edition instances of that Java map. So let's talk to you and show you how to do it and show you kind of basically what that means. So basically, if I go into Minecraft Java Edition, which is this is what this is, and I go into my single player, I'm going to go to a map called Earth Measure. So this is a map I made last year as part of our arts residency in Bernheim in Kentucky. And this is a representation of a big sculpture that's in Bernheim. Bernheim is an arboretum with kind of science and nature and things like that. And we spent a couple of months there doing an arts residency, me and the family. So this is one of the kind of the maps that came out of that experience. But it's in Java Edition. Now, what we noticed whenever we do kind of these projects, especially within museums or kind of for schools and things like that, a lot of players either have Minecraft Pocket Edition, kids bring along their own devices and things like that, and they can't necessarily join in. And as we know, Pocket Edition is one of the kind of is the biggest growth area within Minecraft at the moment. So I thought, wouldn't it be great to kind of have I thought I'd have to convert these kind of maps, and to be honest, the conversion process is painful, and sometimes, you know, block IDs are all over the place and things like that. Then along comes this server software, okay, created by a guy called Nicholas. No, it is amazing. You can find out a little bit more about him as well, and you can also find out he's on Twitter as well. And I'll leave his Twitter handle in the description below, so you can kind of say hi and talk to him about things as well. So this is a work in progress, but I thought we'd get going and find out a little bit more about it, so you can kind of use this for yourself. Now, as I said, I'm going to take this map, okay, so I'm going to save and quit. I'm going to go down to options. I'm going to go down to resource pack. This is the easiest way of getting into your Minecraft folder. Open up the resource pack folder. There's my resource pack folder. I'm going to nip back into Minecraft, go down to my saves folder and find Earth Measure. Now I'm going to right click it. I'm not actually going to use the same one. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to basically paste it onto my desktop. So I'm using a copy of it. I'm not going to interfere with my nice, you know, shiny version I've got in my Minecraft Java edition. Now I'm going to close that down. Now here we have Earth Measure on my desktop. Okay, and that's a Java edition. It's not a BEDROCK version, so it won't actually run inside of you know, if I want to run it on my phone, you know, in Windows 10, it won't know what on earth is going on. So we're going to use the MiNET server to do that. So here we're back on the GitHub page, and I'm going to go down, and where it says MiNET down here in the README MD, we've got three buttons. We've got a chat, we've got a build, we've got a nugget. I'm going to go to the build, and you can see that there's a button here. So I'm going to press that button, and we're going to be taken to something called AppVeyor. AppVeyor is where you can kind of build this stuff, and luckily for us, okay, it's already been built for us. So I'm going to go down to Artifacts, and over here we have the MiNET server zip. So I'm going to press that, and we should just get a download of the MiNET server, okay, into our downloads folder. It's going to show that in our folder, and I'm going to unzip that. Let's unzip it, and I'm going to go, let's extract here. Okay, so there we have. I've got my MiNET server, and I'm going to drag that to my desktop here as well. Okay, all looking good so far. Let's just double click that folder and open it up. And what we see is we see some we see an executable folder there. We see a server config file down here. You know, we see some other bits and pieces that, to be honest, I haven't got a clue how all this works. But the thing that is interesting is we've got a server config file. Now, if I double click that server config file, it looks like this. Unless we've got a program that kind of put it into kind of any meaningful, you know, display, it looks a bit like this. What we actually want it to look like is this. Okay, so here's one I made earlier, if you like. So this is the server config file. And it looks like this. We've got these hashes at the beginning of things, and that means these things are commented out. Another thing is that we've got the server config file that I've got here is a little bit different from the one that actually comes with the download. The reason for that is we've got CheckForSafeSpawn and CalculateLights, and I think we've got some other bits and pieces in there too. One of the key things I think you should look at when you're changing this file, and you can kind of find this file, I'm going to be leaving a link for this file in the description below, so go and grab that and use this one, is you can change your welcome message of the day, so welcome to MiNET, okay, and you have 2 messages of the days, and the next one is Adam Clarke, which is me. We can, it's got ViewDistance 16, MaxViewDistance 16, and you can kind of change that up to 32 if you want to. The other 2 kind of things here, we've got WorldProvider. Now, one of them has to be hashed out or not. WorldProvider equals flat will give you a basic flat world, and you don't even have to kind of link it to a map. But what we want to do is we want to use the Java edition map that we've just copied to my desktop. To do that, we say make sure that WorldProvider equals anvil is not hashtagged or commented out. The next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be linking that folder to the PC folder equals C and wherever it is. So for example, if we get rid of this, okay, I'm going to just press delete there. We need to find out where our folder needs to look for. So we're going to double click my Earth Measure folder here. I'm going to right click up here and I'm going to copy the address. I'm going to go back into my notepad and I'm going to just paste that in, okay? And that's how you're going to do it. That's how it's going to see where, when we're running a server, where it's looking for the folder that it needs to find. So once we've done that, and you can have as many of these as possible, and then just you know, put a hashtag in front of the ones that you don't want to use. That's going to be the kind of quickest way of doing that. If you've got a variety pack of kind of worlds you want to kind of show people and they can have a go at, that's kind of a neat way of doing it. So you can see I've got an empty world there, but that is hashtagged, commented out. Okay, so we've also got some other bits down here, kind of like pets enabled equals false stuff, and expect there to be lots of you know, things that happen in the future. So currently you can't save anything there, but that will change in the future, and we'll be able to save our maps and stuff like that too. All right, so the next thing we need to do is make sure that this is saved. So I'm going to save it like that, or you know, save. And then I'm going to drag that into my MiNET server. Now it's going to replace the file there, the original one that was all over the place. And now we've got everything in place that we need to run a Minecraft server. Now my Windows machine is on a network, my home network, okay, and you can actually fix this up to any kind of network. And if anybody else joins that network, either on a some sort of device, I'm going to be using my iPhone. You can't really, I've got Windows 10 down here as well. I've got the kind of the Windows 10 version. You can't really have it running on the same machine unless you kind of port forward and do all kind of weird things like that. So the best way of is running the server on a Windows machine, and then you know, things connecting to that Windows machine on its same network. Okay, whether that's a home network or kind of one that you've set up yourself. You can run it on a server, or you can port forward it and people can kind of connect over the internet as well. But obviously I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on that just today. So this is just running on the same network at home. So let's just double click my MiNET server, and there it is. It's running straight away, and you can kind of see that running. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over to my my iPhone. I'm going to show you what it looks like on my iPhone. Okay, here we are on my Minecraft Pocket Edition. I'm going to click in here. We can kind of see we've got, there's my worlds, there's my realm, and we've got a kind of a variety pack of worlds down there as well. I'm going to go to my friends over here, and these are all people who've added me to their realms. Now, down the bottom, we should have, there's our server. Let's click it, and we'll try and connect with it as well. So here we go, loading resource packs. So you can see I've actually got a resource pack running as well. Okay, here we are. We're in that world. So let's just jump up here. Let's actually just fly a little bit. Okay, and as you see, this is exactly the same as the Java edition, because it is the Java edition. It's just being converted on the fly, and we're going to fly through here. Now I can get up to 100 players on here, depending on the kind of memory of my my Windows machine that's running this as well. So this is perfect for group work, and don't forget you can actually run, if you've got the education edition of Minecraft as well. You can connect people to your Java worlds as well. Now, the reason why this is so exciting is that there are far more Java worlds out there than there are Bedrock worlds there at the moment. There's been years and years of development of Java worlds, and I think there's kind of there's tons and tons of stuff that we can use. So there we go. There we have it. Our Minecraft world running a Java edition and being able to connect to it via your Minecraft Pocket Edition, Windows 10, or Minecraft Education Edition at the same time. I hope that's been inspiring, and if you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you all later. Thanks very much for watching. Ta-da, bye!